Hey everybody, what's going on? Long time no see. It's your girl, Pretty Conspiracy Row, Pretty and Co Row, coming with a short video today. So I watched something that was a little bit disturbing. I'm not sure if y'all watched it or, I watched Tasha K put out a snippet of an interview that she did with Orlando Brown over there on her channel, Unwind with Tasha K. And y'all, it was very cringy. Like, it was very hard to even watch, because first of all, once you get past all the theatrics, it's you go back and forth on whether you could even believe anything he's saying, because it's a obvious some kind of mental illness, or is it, he is the actor, or is it just, residual from the drug usage. Maybe he used too many drugs and never quite just came back to. But the topics, y'all. First of all, it opened up with him talking about masks. Now, if y'all a freaking loyal YouTuber like I am, if you're a serial YouTuber like I am, then you know all of the hype around the celebrities wearing masks and the unmasking and the doubles and the clones or whatnot, but more specifically the mask, right? He opens up talking about how, like, way back in the day, like how they learned from the Indians how to take people's skin and wear it as a mask so they could deceive, them and make them think they was a part of their tribe for whatever reason. And how it basically, he said they never stopped doing it. They just got better masks. Basically, this is a practice they carried on into Hollywood. So immediately my antennas went up like, ooh, either he is doing a real good job trolling, or he is really dropping some gems right now. Because, everybody been talking about the mask. I exposed the MC's Conscious X. I think her name might be Conscious Daughter. Like, it's a few of these channels dedicated specifically to talking about celebrities wearing masks. And their beliefs are that, yeah, it may be some cloning going on, but not as much as we think it is. Like, where we think like, oh, this person a clone, that person a clone. They say no, it's more so body doubles, or people wearing masks or bodysuits, or just some Hollywood shit, some make believe Hollywood shit, right? And that sometimes these people don't die like when we see them die in the media, but instead they get a new role to play, whether it's playing a new celebrity or a new entertainer, or an old one. Sometimes they play old roles and they keep people who alive who've already died, or I've heard it many different ways. So it was interesting to hear him talk about that. He also talked about Raven. So the title of the video says something like, Orlando Brown talks about spirit sharing with Raven Symone. So that's what caught my attention in the first place, because if you watch The Governess or Walk with the Ancestors, The Governess, when she channels spirits, they often talk about, like, or for example, when she channeled Naya Rivera, the first time, I believe, Naya Rivera was talking about how she always seemed like how basically they would try to intimidate her. They would pop up in different people's bodies, and like you'll be looking at across the room and someone be staring right at you, and they'll be looking at you the whole time. You'll think they're tripping, and basically like they could almost like some what's his name, Mr. Smith off the Matrix. They kind of remind me of that. How he could pop up in anybody's body. So they asked him about rape. Okay, They asked him about Raven. I'm gonna come back to one point that he made. They asked him about Raven, and he was saying how Raven is everywhere. And he was saying like how, no, that's Raven right there. Like, I see her everywhere. And you think that we're looking at this green-eyed Raven, that's not Raven anymore. He's like, Raven is right here. So I'm like, easily somebody could take that and write that off as mental illness. What the heck is he talking about? He's crazy. But y'all, maybe they be when they MK Ultra these people, maybe they do something to their mind where they cause them to see different things in different people. Or maybe it's a real spiritual thing where these people are jumping bodies and jumping in spirits, and that person might be that person, but it might be possessed by a whole different spirit. It could be that. So I found that very interesting to hear him talk about that. That kind of sent my antennas up. I got Hirataki powder all over my shirt. But another thing that he was saying was how Raven did something to him, and Raven thinks that he doesn't know, but he's not mad at her, and he basically just wanted her to know that he knew. And he was speaking real coded, and I'm like, man, this man is not crazy. Like, he's using his mental illness, his trope, whatever you want to call it. It's almost like his defense mechanism. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's why they're kind of allowing him to do it, or maybe they're letting him do it to see how aware people are and see how much people would pick up. But basically what it sounded like he said he was trying to say to me is maybe Raven gave him up, or took a part of his consciousness or ether or spirit, or maybe she sacrificed him in some type of way, or maybe she sold him out or something like that. Y'all, if y'all go listen to it, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But he was like, I just want her to know that I know what she did and that I'm not upset with her. And I'm like, wow, like, it's really layers to what this guy is saying if you listen, And then, okay, of course, he had this stuff that he said about Bow Wow. And hey, that's neither here nor there for me. A lot of people feel like he's trolling. I feel like it could be the absolute truth. And he just throwing people out there, because you got to think about it. They were both child stars. They were both in the industry. I would have never thought that they would have ever crossed paths, but who knows how that shit goes down behind the scenes, especially once you hit your high point and you start coming down a little. Like, who knows, like, the different A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list celebrities you come across and might end up hanging out with, or who knows. So yeah, that's just me speaking on the Orlando Brown situation. Now, Tasha K has not released the video yet, the full interview with Orlando Brown, but y'all, I do believe it's gonna be a good one, and I do think people should listen to it and really kind of try to peel back the layers of what he might be saying, and understand the fact that he can't necessarily come out and say exactly what he want to say. He got to throw some crazy on it. He got to throw some theatrics on it. He got to he got to try to throw you off a little bit, only because his own life may be in danger just for doing this. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. I'm out, y'all. And y'all let me know in the comments about how y'all feel about it. Go watch the clip. It's only a couple minutes left. Like I said, it's a little disturbance, kind of cringy. But let me know what y'all think about it. What y'all think about the Orlando Brown situation, Raven Symone, cloning, mask, and Orlando Brown or Bow Wow situation. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.